Welcome to your Yoga Basics class. Today we'll be going over some fundamental alignment for what you would experience in a regular vinyasa class in a studio. So we're going to begin standing today. So if you bring your feet about hips distance apart, let's roll our shoulder blades up and back by the ears just one time and then relax them down the back. And close your eyes. And just take a moment to settle into your body today. Beginning to notice any sensations that are already present within your body. Begin to tap into your breath and just notice how your breath is bringing movement into your belly and your chest. Gently begin to elongate that breath, so seeing if you can take full inhales into your lower belly and then feel that inhale rise up through the lungs and into the chest. And on your exhale, start to take longer and fuller breaths out. And maybe tapping into that Ujjayi breath or sound breath by restricting the muscles in the back of your throat. And while you're here, just take a moment to stand a little bit taller as you root down through your feet. Start to engage the muscles in your legs and tilt your tailbone down towards your heels to engage your lower belly. And then really elongate up through the crown of the head as you soften the shoulder blades down the back. And then squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other just a little bit to open the front of the chest. And root down through your fingertips and turn the palms to face forward. Good. Finding a nice, strong, but also soft Tadasana pose. Good. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. And just a big sigh out. Good. And bring your hands into your heart center. Slowly blink your eyes open. Good. From here, we're going to take a nice big breath in as we reach our arms all the way up overhead. Root down through the feet, reach through the fingertips. And as you exhale, turn the palms to face the floor. Bring your chin towards your chest as you take your arms back down alongside your body. And then again, big inhale, reach nice and tall. And same thing, exhale, hands come down, chin comes into the chest. Let's do that one more time. Full inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, take your arms right back down alongside your waist again. Good. And this time, bring your hands up to your shoulders. And we're going to take our elbows forward towards each other and then all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw them back behind you as far as you can, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Good. Keep moving like that. So inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, elbows pull back and down. Good. Again, breathe in. And exhale, pull back and down. Good. Let's switch directions. So take the elbows back first. Breathing in. And as you exhale, almost like you're rounding the spine, chin comes towards the chest. Good. Then again, open the heart, inhale. Exhale, elbows down. Good. Last time, breathe in. And this time with your breath out, we're going to come into a forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows, hinging from the hips. And just pause here for a moment, taking your chin towards your chest, finding your ragdoll. And again, invite that same long breath to come into your body here, filling up the back of your rib cage. Maybe bending your knees one at a time, just settling into your hamstrings. Good. All right, so with your next breath in, let's go ahead and come into a flat back. So your hands can come to your shins or to the floor in front of you. Now pause here just for a moment. Bring the weight forward into the front of your feet and squeeze your shoulder blades back towards one another. Now draw the pit of your belly in. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold. You can slightly bend your knees if you'd like. Either grab behind the legs or hands on the mat. And then again, inhale, lengthen, flat back, elongate through the top of your head, and exhale, forward fold once again. And last time, inhale, lengthen. And this time as you exhale, plant your hands down on the mat, shoulder distance apart, and just step your feet back, plank pose. Okay, and take a breath here, spread your fingers wide, root through the knuckles, inhale. As you exhale, lower your knees down to the mat, and slowly lower your chest all the way down to the floor, untucking the toes. As you inhale, lift the heart up high again, squeeze the elbows in towards the rib cage. Lengthen through the top of your head so your neck isn't wrinkled, and then slowly lower right back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your heart high. Actually, go more for length really than for height, and then exhale, slowly go back down. Good. 1 more time. Again, inhale, press through the tops of the feet, reach through the head, and then exhale, slowly release right back down. Okay, let's take it into child's pose. So press down through the hands, lift your hips, take your hips all the way back to your heels. And then just take a moment to rest here. You can rest the forehead down to the floor, maybe soften the elbows. And this is a pose that you can come to at any time throughout our classes. Just to rest if you need to take a break at any moment. Let's take a full inhale into the back body. Full exhale. Good. With your next breath in, go ahead and come up onto all fours. Okay, so we're just going to take the shoulders directly over the hands here. Spread your fingers really wide. Press down through the tops of the feet. And with a breath in, lower your belly a little bit and then pull the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades back and together. And then as you exhale, round your spine, chin comes in towards the chest, tailbone tilts towards the floor, belly draws in. Good, and then again, inhale as you lower the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, round the spine once again. Push the floor away from you, tuck the tailbone under. Good, 1 more time like that. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, round the spine. Good. And then gently come back into neutral. All right, we're gonna take a few scapula dips. So I want you to practice almost dropping your chest down in between your arms and squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other to kiss. Almost like you're trying to squeeze those scapulas right together behind you. And then as you breathe out, I want you just to push the floor away, almost round the upper back. So now you're isolating through the upper back. Push the shoulders away from the ears. And then once again, inhale, lower the chest, squeeze the scapulas toward each other behind you. And then exhale, round the back again, press the floor away. Good, let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale, round the shoulder blades away from each other, opening the space in the upper back. Good, pause here. Hold that, step your feet back 1 at a time into your plank pose. So find that same motion of pushing the upper back towards the ceiling here, nice and strong, take a breath. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up nice and high. Again, stretch the fingers and maybe just start to bend into the knees 1 at a time, shaking the head out yes and no once again. Good. Awesome. And then let's take a bend in both of our knees. And as you bend the knees, push the hips up and back, really elongating through the back body, root down through the fingers. Nice, and then start to soften your heels, straightening out your legs, but keeping the length in the back. Good. Take a breath. With an inhale, look forward. As you exhale, slowly walk your feet all the way up to your hands, and you can bend your knees to get them there. Good. With an inhale, come into your flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. As you breathe in, come all the way up to standing, reach your arms out up over your head. And then exhale your hands back into prayer pose. Good, let's keep moving with the breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down to the mat. Step your feet into plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees, and then lower your chest all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale into Cobra Pose. As you exhale, slowly release. Good. Tuck the toes underneath. Press up to the knees, and then take it right back into your downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths in your down dog. Try to outer rotate those shoulder blades, making space so the neck is nice and free. It's not caught up in between the shoulders. Start to get softer in the heels. Good. Now with your next inhale, take your right leg up towards the sky. Good. You can open up your hip here if you'd like. So almost like you're stacking your right hip on top of your left, maybe bending your knee if that feels good. Take a breath here. Keep softening down through the back of the left leg. And on your exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your mat. And if it doesn't quite get there, you can always just grab it and then help it forward. And then from here, looking to the top, step your left foot all the way forward to meet the right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, reach tall. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, hinge up the hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, elongate. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, lower your knees. Slowly lower your chest all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, slowly release right back down. Tuck the toes under. Press up to the knees, downward facing dog. Good. And again, soften into the breath. Try strengthening the muscles in the front of the thighs, engaging the lower belly. Okay. And then let's take our left leg up towards the ceiling here. Again, you can open up that hip if that feels good. Maybe put a bend in the knee. And as you bend the knee, make sure you're not leaning so the weight comes out of your left hand. Try to really push down into your left hand so the weight stays equal in both arms. Breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot all the way to the top of the mat, so squeeze it in and then step it forward. Good. Look to the top of the mat, step your right foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. With an inhale, rise all the way up to standing, reach tall. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Good. From here, take your big toe mounds to touch. And then leave a little gap between the heels. We're going to come right into chair pose. So send your hip bones back, squeeze your thighs toward one another, and then really lift your chest up nice and high. And then try to pull the shoulder blades down the back, turn the pinkies to face forward and extend through the fingertips. Okay, and then it's okay to feel the heat, right? Building in the shoulders, the back, the thighs. So just settle into that. Make sure you keep coming back into the breath and notice if maybe you can go a little bit deeper in the legs. Try to draw the pit of your belly in, strengthening the abdomen. Take one more breath here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step your feet back, plank pose. Good. And you can either do the same vinyasa we were doing before, or maybe try chaturanga or a low push-up. So you would come halfway down on your exhale. With an inhale, upward facing dog. You flip your feet. This time you straighten out the arms, lift the chest. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Just take a breath in through the nose. Big sigh out. Let's reach the right leg back, all the way up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your mat once again. We're gonna come into warrior one. So I want your back foot to come to a 45-degree angle. Right? The toes are pointed out slightly, and the hips are gonna be square to the top of your mat. So they're not open to the side. You wanna be drawing your right hip bone back. So if you actually take your hands to your hips for a moment, you can actually feel that the hips are nice and square. And then try to lengthen, drawing the belly in, so you're lengthening up through the top of your head, and then extend your arms up towards the sky. Good. Once again, try to soften the shoulders. Relax the muscles in the face. It's going to be really important to keep this back thigh activated and the back foot pressing down into the floor so the outer edge of the foot doesn't come up. Okay, take one more breath. Good. Big deep breath in. And as you exhale, open up warrior two. So we're going to open towards our left. That's it. And you might need to slightly realign your feet. So we want the right heel to line up with the arch of the left foot. And then really extend the arms straight out from the shoulders. Try maybe going a little deeper in the right thigh. You might notice that your right thigh is caving in, and I want you to try to outer rotate it so that you can see the inside of the right foot. Good. Then make sure the shoulders are stacked directly over the hips. They're not reaching forward. They're not back behind you. Take one more breath. Good. Flip your right palm upside down. Reverse your warrior. So keep that bend in the right knee. Reach your right arm towards the sky. The left hand can rest on the back leg, or you can take it behind the back, either one. Again, deepen the bend in the right knee. Extend through the right fingertips. Take a big breath in. With your next exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow comes to the right knee. The left arm is going to reach overhead. Good. And then open your chest towards the ceiling. Maybe look up past your left elbow. Try drawing the belly button in again so the front ribs aren't flailing out in front of you. Get the back is long. Nice, come back to warrior two. Reach your left arm back, right arm forward. Get a little deeper in that front thigh, you're almost there. Good, big inhale. Exhale, take both hands down to the floor, framing the right foot, and just step your right foot back, plank pose. Good. We're taking our vinyasa, so anyone that you want, take a breath in. Lower down on your exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale right back into downward facing dog. Just remember that you can always choose to skip vinyasas or take child's pose whenever you need to. Take one more breath here. With your next inhale, let's bring our left leg up towards the sky. Good. Take another breath. And with your exhale, step your left foot all the way up to the top of your mat. We're going to find that warrior one position again. So back heel grounds down at a 45-degree angle, heel to heel alignment. And then hips are nice and square to the top of the mat. If you need to take your hands there, go for it. And then eventually take your arms up. So notice your shoulders, right? Our tendency is to go like this, and I really want you to try plugging those shoulders down the back, extending through the fingers. And then zip up the pit of the belly. Maybe go a little deeper in the left thigh, but stay strong in your back leg. And soften the muscles in your face. Let's take one more breath in. As you exhale, open up warrior two. So I like to heel toe my right foot back just a little bit here, if you can do that. And then again, bend stronger into the left knee. We're in heel to arch alignment. Draw the belly button in. Soften the shoulders. Relax the face. Good. And just tune into the consistency of the breath here. Give you something to focus on. Good. Let's reverse our warrior. Flip the left palm. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. Bend the left knee slightly deeper because it probably came up a little bit. And then reach through the left fingertips. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, left elbow comes to the left knee. Good. We take our right arm overhead. Okay. Same action with the shoulders here, you guys. Don't let them come up by the ears. Try to open the heart towards the ceiling. Maybe look up past the right elbow. And really root down through the outer edge of your right foot. Come back into the breath. Okay, reach your right arm behind you, warrior two. Stay strong in the left leg, you're almost there. It's almost like you're suctioning your feet in toward each other. You want to be squeezing them together, inhale. And then exhale, both hands come down to the mat. Nice job, you guys. Step into your plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Either cobra or up dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out. Good. And then let's go ahead and find our plank pose once again, rolling your body forward. And then just slowly lower your knees all the way down to the mat again. And we're gonna lower down on the count of 5, so you can untuck your toes, pull the pit of the belly in, and then start to bend your elbows straight back for 5. Good, reach to the crown of the head for 4. Good, take a breath in for 3. Stay strong, 2. And then 1, let it all the way down onto the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And we're gonna lift our chest up here. So at first I want you to keep pressing down through the tops of your feet. And with an inhale, lift your heart up nice and high. And you can look forward a little bit, but you don't want to be crunching your neck. You shouldn't feel any wrinkles in the back of your neck. Try lifting your hands up away from your boots to get a better stretch in the shoulders. And then breathe. It's easy to hold the breath here. So make sure you keep coming back into that breath. Good, 1 more big inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and release your hands. You can make a pillow with your hands if you'd like and turn your head to one side and just rest for a moment. It's filling up your whole back body with air and space as you breathe into it. Let's look forward once again. This time we're going to take our arms out in front of us. I call these cupcake hands because it's like you're protecting the frosting on cupcakes. So ground down through your fingertips and lift your palms up. And then I'd like you to plug your shoulder blades back and down. And then it's almost like you're trying to pull yourself forward, but you're not actually moving your hands, okay? And now lift your legs up. Okay, now bring your big toe mounds to touch. Yes, you're getting really long through the top of your head. The whole backside is working, and then maybe pick up your right hand, flip your right palm to face the ceiling. This is an option. Good, stay with it, stay with the breath. Good, slowly release the right hand, take your left arm up. Again, stay long, keep squeezing your thighs together. Good, inhale. Exhale, release left hand. Maybe both hands can come up here, you guys. Listen to your body, take 1 more inhale. And exhale, just release. Take a pillow with your hands, turn the head to the other side, relax. I like to kind of wiggle out my hips here just to soften the lower back a little bit. Back into center 1 more time. We are going to do 1 last belly time sequence. So this time we're going to do bow pose. You're going to reach back for the outer edges of the ankles. Okay, so if you can't grab your ankles today, no worries. You can come back into the same locust pose we were in before, which is this one. Otherwise, grab your ankles, squeeze your thighs in toward each other, flex your feet. And with the breath in, lift up your legs if you can, lift up your heart. Okay, it's really easy to collapse in your lower back here, so I want you to engage your stomach. Keep pulling your heart forward as you press your ankles into your hands and lengthen through the top of your head. And stay with the breath. Squeeze your inner thighs in toward each other so they don't splay out towards the sides. 1 last breath in. And exhale, slowly release back down. Nice job, yogis. Ground your hands underneath your shoulders. Press it back to child's pose. Just rest here in kind of a neutral position. And let your forehead get nice and heavy onto the mat. Good, and then gently just walk your hands back in towards you. So you're going to come to sitting on your feet. All right, and these are some of my favorite stretches here. Fix that. So knees are going to come together, feet are together, and all we're going to do is sit here, right? It's a stretch for the ankles. Some of you, if this is too intense, you just lean forward. Others, you can lean back slightly, And then maybe pick your feet up if the flexibility is there in the feet. If not, it's okay. If you think about how much we use our feet every day, they deserve to be stretched out a little bit. Let's take one more breath like this. And then softly just release the knees back to the floor. Place your hands down. Lean forward into the hands. You can pick the feet up and then just roll out your ankles. Tuck your toes underneath, bringing your big toe mounds together, and then sit down once again onto your feet. All right, and here, same thing. We're just hanging out. If you want to go less deep into those toes, you just place the hands onto the floor. If you want to make it more intense, you can inch your knees forward a little bit, and also maybe interlace the hands, take the arms up overhead. Okay. So you should be getting a nice stretch in the arch of the foot and the toes here. Long inhale, long exhale, and gently release your hands. Nice job. Just release those toes, maybe cross the ankles. I like to just kind of lift myself up and sit down. We're going to take our legs right out in front of you, so however you want to get there is good. Flex your feet towards your face, zip up through that low belly again, and then reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. So I want you to notice your sitting bones here, so you can really feel your sitting bones on the mat, and then root down through the sitting bones, lengthen a little bit more through the fingertips. Okay, take a breath in. On your exhale, I want you to start hinging from the hips. There should be no kind of rounding in the upper back. I want you to, almost like you're leading with your chest, bringing it forward, forward, forward. Once you feel like you've gone as far forward as you can, then release your arms down into a fold. You can let the neck go, the head go. Good, let's inhale into a flat back. Once you're there, flex your toes, lift up through the crown of your head, lengthen through the low back. Once again, exhale, forward fold. Good, do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Good, and then find a fold. If you can't grab your feet, that's not a problem at all. You can always grab a towel or a strap or whatever you have at home for support here. Good. While we're in the fold, make sure you're keeping those feet nice and flexed towards your face, almost like you're pressing your heels forward towards the top of your mat. If you need to take a slight bend in the knees, that's also okay. One more breath in. Big breath out. Slowly roll back up to seated. Nice. And this time we're going to bend the knees in towards the chest. Grab a hold behind your thighs. Lean back, but keep the heart high. The shoulders are down. And then maybe take your legs, your feet up off of the floor. So the knees are still bent. This is boat pose. It's for the core, right? So we're going to squeeze our chest up towards the thighs. And then if you want more of a challenge, release your hands, reach them forward. Good. You might need to close your eyes. Just try to stay in there, stay in the work. Right? Squeezing the inner thighs in toward each other, keeping the heart lifted. If you still want more of a challenge, maybe you straighten your legs out. Stay engaged in the belly, lift the chest, squeeze the thighs. Almost there. 2 more big inhales. Big exhale. Good. One more breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and gently grab behind your legs. We're going to lie all the way down. So if you need to scooch forward on your mat, you can scooch forward. And then we'll just lie all the way down onto the floor, bringing the knees into the chest. And from here, rock slightly side to side. Good. Massaging your lower back and your kidneys. Nice. Let's go ahead and take the feet down right in front of our sitting bones. Okay, so I want you to barely be able to touch your heels with your fingertips, and then take your fingertips to face the ceiling. Okay, so your upper arms are grounded, And then I want you to kind of lean to one side and tuck one shoulder under, and then lean to the other side and scooch that other shoulder under. And then it's almost like you're pushing into the back of your arms to puff your chest up towards the ceiling. And then keep that root down through the feet and lift your hips up. Okay. And then once you arrive here, press the chest towards your face. So you're really opening the heart. The hips are lifted, but we're also trying to lift the chest. The back of the neck is nice and long. And then see if you can really press down through the feet, feeling that extra engagement in the thighs as you do so. This is called bridge pose. One of the common back bends to finish up on in a regular yoga class. Let's take one more breath. Slowly just release the hips back down to the mat. Nice job. To rest, let's take the feet out towards the edges of the mat. Let the knees collapse in towards each other and just place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Just allowing the spine to be in neutral for a moment. Back into that just one more time. So if you bring your feet back in front of your sitting bones. Nice. And then once again, align the arms so that the fingers are facing the ceiling. And we're going to lift those hips up one more time, leading with the chest. And this time, maybe try clasping your hands behind your back, bringing the fists towards the floor. And if you get that, try leaning to one side, scooching the shoulders together even more, and inviting that extra space to come into the chest once again. And then again, try to press through the feet. Use your thighs to lift the hips, and then use the hips to help lift the heart. Push down into the back of the arms. Keep breathing. Good. One more big breath in. And then slowly release those hips right back down to the floor. Good. And this time, untuck the shoulders, make sure you're lying flat, and then just draw your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg straight forward. Good. Then we're going to grab a hold of the outside of the right knee with the left hand. Take the right arm out to the side of your mat, and take a nice simple spinal twist across. Okay. So I want you to really focus on keeping the right shoulder grounded. Right? So that's more important than bringing the right knee towards the floor. Turn your gaze to face the right fingertips. And work on pressing the right hip bone forward to elongate the waist while you're in the twist. Nice, and then breathe in. As you exhale, slowly come back into a neutral position. Take both knees into the chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Send your right leg forward and down onto the floor. We'll grab a hold of the left knee with the right hand. Left arm comes straight out to the side. Take a simple spinal twist once again. And try to stay grounded down through that left shoulder. Turn the gaze over the left fingertips. Deep inhale, and then exhale, come back into center. Good. Let's squeeze both knees into the chest one more time, and lift your head and neck and shoulders off the mat as you bring your knees nice and close towards your face. Get everything nice and tight, and then gently just release everything down into Shavasana. You can release one leg at a time. The feet are going to come about mat distance apart. The palms will face up about a foot away from your body. And just close your eyes and give yourself a few moments to just practice staying mindful and present